All right, so today we're going to put in our notes real quick a review on how to divide by fractions. So go ahead and write the title in our notes, Dividing Fractions. And then there are three things I want you to remember when we divide fractions. And when we divide fractions, we remember these three words: keep, change, flip. I have an example here of keep, change, flip. And our example is 2/3 divided by 5/6. So I'll have you go ahead and write that in your notes. Remember, if you need to pause the video because I'm going a little fast for you, please do that. So we're going to take the problem 2/3 divided by 5/6. I'm going to keep the first one. I'm going to change the division to multiplication, and I'm going to flip 5/6 to 6/5. Now the nice thing is we just multiply like we've done in the past. We multiply the top number, which is known as our numerator. So we take 2 times 6, which is 12, and 3 times 5, which is 15. Now, for some of us that know our multiplication facts, we are able to look at this fraction and we're actually able to simplify or reduce this fraction. The rest of us, we're kind of working on using our little ladder method. So we take the numbers, the first number is 12, so we have to keep them in the right order, and 15. And I look at my two numbers and I try and think of a number that goes into 12 and 15. Well, if I look at the factor sheet that Mrs. Houck gave to me, I can notice that the number 3 goes into both of them. 3 goes into 12 4 times, and 3 goes into 15 5 times, giving us a final answer of 4/5. Well, today we're going to continue dividing by fractions, but we're going to add something new to this lesson. Today we're going to actually add what we call a mixed number into our division problems. So what I'd like for you to do is, on your notes, I would like for you to go ahead and write this problem. 2 2/3 divided by 2/3. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to keep, change, flip. And we remember that the word flip actually is reciprocal. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Well, the problem is this is written as a mixed number, and I'm not able to solve it like I did up here. So I'm going to change this to an improper fraction. Well, we did that a couple weeks ago in math class. If you remember, we kind of circled this to help us remember. We multiply 2 times 3, which is 6. We take 6 plus 2, which equals 8. I'm going to keep the same denominator, so that's a 3. So I have this new division problem. I'd like for you to write the new division problem so now we can do our keep, change, flip. Okay, so we're going to write the new problem, step number 1. Step number 2, we're going to do keep, change, flip. Okay, and that means we're actually multiplying by the reciprocal. I multiply 8 times 3, which is 24, 3 times 2, which is 6. I need to simplify this like I did up here on my ladder. If you notice, I could do the ladder method, but I have to make sure I put the 24 first, the 6 second. Okay, a couple of ways I can do this. Those of you that know your facts, you already know that 6 goes into both of them. Those of you that don't, you're probably going to start off with a 2 and say 2 goes into 24 12 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Some of you notice we can go again because 3 goes into both of these. 4 and 3 goes into 3 once, which gives me an answer of 3/1, which actually gives me a final answer of 3. Now, some of you actually were able to go from this step to this step because you know that 24 divided by 6 gives me a final answer of 3. Remember, if I'm going too fast for you to write this down, please pause the video. All right, let's go ahead and try another problem in our notes. All right, so in our notes, we're going to write this division problem, 3 5/6 divided by 1 2/3. All right, so you notice we have a mixed number here for both our numbers. So we're going to go ahead and change them to improper fractions. So remember, we're going to change to improper. So let's go ahead and we'll change this right here. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 5. We'll put here is 23 over 6, like that. Change this one here. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 2 more would be 5/3. Remember, we are not doing our keep, change, flip because we had to change to improper first. We have to change to improper. Write the new problem first. Now let's do the keep, change, flip. Keep, change to multiplication, flip, or find the reciprocal as we call it. And now we're ready to solve our problem. Multiply across the top, and I get 69. Multiply across the bottom, and I have 30. We can simplify this. You know, we also see that it is top heavy. Because it's top heavy, I need to go ahead and I need to divide. So I'll put, remember some of us called it the dog house. All right, let's see. 30 goes into 69. It looks like 2 times, which is 60. And I subtract here to get a 9. My mixed number is 2 and 9/30. So I have here 2 and 9/30. Now, some of you notice we need to look at this fraction right here to see, is that simplified? Is 9/30 simplified? So let's go over here and let's check it. Keep it in the right order. If you look at your factor sheet, you will notice that 3 goes into both of them. 3 goes into 9, 30, 10 times. If you look at your factor sheet again, you will notice that 3 and 10 do not have a common factor. The only common factor they have is 1. So that means they will not reduce or simplify anymore. So our final answer is, don't forget our integer here, 2. So our number is 2 and 3/10. Whoops, final answer. All right, so we're going to do some more practice problems in class. You can go ahead and close your notebook. That will allow your teacher to know that you are finished taking notes for today.